Yeah, it works. Okay. So, I wasn't planning to stream or anything today, but I was just a little, I was drawing, so I figured might as well stream it. It's just an OC, nothing like from any, what is it? From any actual shows or anything. So yeah, I was just drawing earlier, and I just decided to stream it. Because why not? I mean, it's not like the drawing ends up worse because of stream or anything. I'm gonna put some nice lines on this part. There we go. That's nice. Onto the sleeves now. I'm thinking of a much more boxy look. Hi, how are you? Going like that. Add in a... How you doing? Make that shirt come out a little bit, and then it's gonna get tucked in. Just like that. Thank you. Alrighty. Then just add in some clothing wrinkles. Okay. So she does have one of those turtleneck shirts on, which I'm gonna color in white in a little bit. And it's gonna be long sleeves, so she has that underneath this, which means that there's gonna be sleeves here where her arms are supposed to be, because it is going to be a long sleeve underneath the short sleeve. Put that like that. I'm trying not to be, too realistic with stuff, because in past drawings that I've done, it's been really realistic, specifically, with a lot of the, specific, like, look of stuff not being so boxy, much more rounded and things like that. Come in like that with the hair. Make it go over like that. gonna make her hair nice and poofy. That way it's not so flat. There we go. Hi, how are you? All right. What's up? I'm trying to make it more boxy. Like I accidentally made it a little too rounded with a lot of these, what is it? Clothing folds and stuff. Thanks, man. I tried to give the, what is it? Shirt that outward kind of cut the collars to be bigger, but I accidentally made them too round, so that's fine, probably. Let's actually start erasing a lot of these guidelines and maybe start with the coloring. Thank you very much. So my vision was, when I started drawing it, to have this sort of probably dark grayish blue top shirt, and then have a very creamy white kind of under like turtleneck sweater kind of thing. So that's kind of what it's kind of what ended up happening here. Just hoping the colors go well together. I don't know if I have all of the right markers for it. If anything, the shading is gonna have to try to fix it. Hello. I try to give this character more of a very open and round eyes, so that usually I do very like skinny slits for eyes. I've gotten a little tired of that, so I try to do something new here. Most of the clothing folds are going to come in with just the coloring alone, because if I outline all the clothing folds specifically with, if I already outline all the clothing folds specifically with black marker, that's going to ruin the how it looks overall. Okay, so now the fun part, and that will be, I'm actually gonna start with her under white shirt. Let me test this out real quick. Yep, that's good. Also gonna do possibly a little darker version for some of the wrinkles and stuff. Perfect. And then some warm hues, which would be coming from this one. Ooh, I like that. Yes, definitely. And then also this one. All right, so I'm debating right now. This is a colder sort of hues for her under sweater part, and there's gonna be a warmer version. I'm thinking, which one would be better? I think I'll go with the colder version. I'm gonna try to give it much more of a blue tone to the whole drawing rather than a yellow tone. Now my idea for the lighting is going to be that the light is coming in from this side, So I'm trying to make this side a lot lighter than the other side. All right, like coming in kind of like there. That'll be good for an overlay. And then for her, that thing, we're gonna do a very dark gray. So for the dark gray, let me test this out real quick. Interesting. So I'm probably gonna do this one with a darker outline coming from, yes, I like that. Okay, and then I'll have her call the, you want to say collar, I keep forgetting what it's called. Whatever those things are with that. Before I add that, let's come in with a 0.5 pen, because I forgot to add these little lines and to make them probably something like silver or gold at a later time. There we go. Very nice. I'm gonna start with the sleeve and slowly go up. I feel like, so I use Copic markers, which I say all the time, but I only say it because there's usually a different audience every time. But I use Copic markers, which are really good for blending. I love them. But the thing is, they dry pretty quickly. So that means that if I can't get a certain section done fast enough, then they dry and they don't blend as well. Hi, how are you? And they don't blend fast enough, or they don't blend well after one portion's dried, and then you're trying to go over two different sections. You end up with like this like little kind of line. Since I didn't stream the first half of drawing this, I'm gonna try to go and add a little more in with all the coloring and everything. That way the stream's a little longer as well, just as a little sorry. There we go. Very nice. It'd be funny is if my mic isn't working right now and I've just been talking this whole time and just nobody hears me. Because I haven't interacted with anybody in chat at all this whole stream. At least yet. I mean, I've answered some stuff, but I haven't had any responses to anything I've said yet. So that'd be just a little unfortunate. See, like I said, if you don't go over an area fast enough, then it dries and the thing becomes much harder to blend together. There we go. Whenever I talk to people who use alcohol markers, like I do, usually they either use Copic or Oahu, which are both pretty good brands. I prefer Copic, but Oahu, from what I've heard, is pretty good as well. I think it's a little cheaper, so more in the affordability price range if you want like a lot of the markers. Hey, I just got an idea. What about Deltarune's stream? I could probably draw like most of those characters pretty quickly. That might be pretty fun. There we go. Alright, it's pretty good for a rough color. Just make this side just a little darker already. There we go. Funny enough, I actually haven't played Deltarune Chapter 5 yet because I actually don't know. I didn't even know it was coming out back in July. I was so hyped for chapters 3 and 4. I was so excited, but then kind of stopped playing after that. Just forgot about it. Then I saw like a bunch of stuff on YouTube about chapters 3 and chapter 5 coming out, and I was like, oh man, I forgot about that. So I'm gonna be playing that soon. It's gonna be fun. It'll probably motivate me to draw some stuff from that universe. Real quick, just curious, if anybody can hear me, can you please tell me in the live chat? Because I am really curious if my mic is not working. Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with an even darker color for... Actually, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also use the same exact color, but I'm gonna go over it multiple times to make it much darker than the actual shirt is. Because I think I'm gonna try to keep everything white and gray. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Pretty cool. Wait just 1 second. Aw, man. It looks like my audio actually is. Is it? Yes? No? Can you hear me? Hello? Yay or nay? Please, somebody tell me. Because if my mic isn't working, I'm gonna have to try to do the whole plugging it in and then unplugging it and then that whole Deal, whatever, it doesn't matter. Hello? Hello? It's too bad. Whatever. I'll just keep talking and hoping that my mic's working. If it isn't, that's just too bad. Can you hear me? Yes, somebody said something in chat. Can anybody hear me? I would be greatly appreciative. Yay! My mic works. I can now erase this. Okay, no, they have confirmation. I guess I haven't been talking for no reason. Woohoo. Alright, so let me think. Again, my idea is to get the light from that side to... Look, let's go. Just an OC. Nobody specific for my stream today. I was just drawing earlier and I decided to, might as well stream it for fun. I usually do draw characters from, like, shows and stuff. Today, not anybody in particular that anybody would know of. There we go. Let's go in like that. It looks like a Blue Lock character. Hey, Blue Lock is one of my favorite series. That's funny. Which one do you think it is? Or at least that it looks like. This is unintentional, but I guess I'm a little influenced by that art style. I don't think so. Thank you. Oh, thank you. I haven't watched Blue Lock either. I have the first 29 volumes for the manga. Because it's really good. The anime for it sucks. It was just sad. They ruined the anime. Because, I don't know why. I don't know if it was just the budget or something, but the anime is not animated at all. From what I've seen. So that's kind of why it's always memed on and stuff like that. The manga is amazing, though. The writing and pacing is really good. You have to read the manga. But yeah, no, my art style is probably very heavily influenced by Blue Lock because I love it so much. Really great. Really great series. I like how the art is for it. You can really tell, specifically for the manga, that how much dedication is poured into it. There's a separate writer and illustrator, which is pretty cool. So like both are really thought out. Hi, how are you? Look, if you watch the series, you'll know that it's much. Sorry, if you read the manga, you'll know that it's so much better. So I'm trying to go with much more of a blue tone, much more blue tones here for the entire drawing. I'm gonna see how that turns out, because the skin colors that I have are beige. My beiges are kind of warm. My beiges are like really warm. Okay, so let's see. Now that I'm looking at it, it looks like that one, the one character from, what is it, Chainsaw Man? That has like the hat and lots of arms. Oh, thank you. That's nice of you to say. It's just like practice and stuff. Oh, here's E00. Make Miku. You mean Hatsune Miku? Maybe sometime. Okay, it's a little pink. Let me see. On one hand, this pink is much lighter. But on the other, this, well, a little more correctly colored, is so much darker. You know, it'd be a good idea to do like a stream where I take requests, because everybody's always asking for stuff. You know what? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go through with my E51, and then I'm gonna go over it afterwards with my E00. I'm just hoping that the warm tones will fit well with the white. Guess I'm gonna risk it all right now. Let me think. Tokyo Ravengers, Tokyo Ghoul. What other one? Sakamoto Days. And what was the other one called? I don't remember. Sorry. It's all the recent ones that come to mind. Thank you. Kaito? Maybe sometime, actually. I'm slowly making my way through a bunch of different characters. Maybe try to draw some JJK characters as well. Yeah. Does anybody actually listen to Hatsune Miku, though? Just curious. Like, yeah, you see all the songs everywhere, but, like, do you actually listen? Okay, I'm gonna have to come in with the pink a little bit. That's cool. Okay, so here's the tough part now. The hair. Let me test out this color. Ooh, I like that. The very desaturated fits with the... This one fits with the gray. Now, do I have a darker version of it? That way I can do some actual more in-depth shading. Here's an E18. Let's see if that works with it. I don't think so. No. You know what? What I'll do right now is I'll start with this. And then I'll come back later and see if I have any markers that fit with it. This will be a risk, but I'm too lazy to look through all my collection right now. My vision is brown here. Now that I'm starting it, I could have done black. I'm thinking I could have done black here, but I'm sure this will look better, because if I do too much like stuff like that, then like just specifically on a gray scale, where she's wearing a gray uniform, then has black hair, and then it's gonna look too colorless. Okay, it's not coloring those eye part, but there we go. Anyone here listen to Beyond? Yay or nay? Thank you. So I see the same. One little tip is never, when you're coloring in big spaces, never go up and down with the lines. It'll make it look much streakier. You always go in circles. Oh, thank you. That's nice of you to say. I gave her some very poofy hair, so it's gonna take a little while to shade it. Very nice. I like that. Very nice. I'm just gonna immediately start with just some of the basic shading for it. Obviously, I'm gonna be coming back to a lot of these areas. I'm gonna be going back to the uniform and everything, and there's much more to shade with it. I'm just trying to I just got all the main colors down right now. That way I can see the full picture before starting to add any sort of shading. Because my idea is for the light to come from this side. So the lights here, darkness is gonna be much more in this area. You know what's weird? Is that usually, according to my metrics, most of my audience is in India. Any of you guys are from India right now that are watching? That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It's so random. I don't speak Indian. I don't really even know anything about the culture at all either, so it's just kind of random. Maybe it's the time that I stream. Thank you. But like when I stream, I get like people who are saying like, I'm about to go to bed. It's 1 a.m. I'm in India. I'm like, okay. Good night. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. Thank you as well. Thank you to all the random people that decided to say that looks nice at once. Very kind of all of you. Ой, привет. Как ты делаешь? Hey man, what's up? Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to shade the back of the hair a lot more now that I'm looking at it. Definitely a small oversight. I wonder, is there a big market for like Russian YouTubers? The only Russian YouTubers that I know are just the ones that get arrested for trying to copy Mr. Beast. And that's because of like channels like Atozy or like Penguin Zero, they're talking about them. Да, я русский. Yes. I don't live in Russia though. I'm in America. Russian. I think Russian is Russian. Yeah, Russian. Mm, that's cool. Yeah, I don't even know what Russia's like. I know it's nice and cold. I'm just gonna say I live in a very hot and sweaty state in America, so I wish I was in the cold. It takes so much time going over the hair just for the smallest differences. I might need to go get like a different marker. Mm. Was this the marker I used for... Yes. No. Maybe? Was it? Yes, it was. It's the right marker. There we go. That's very nice, very nice. You don't want to live there? Why? I mean, it seems like a nice place from my understanding. It's not like a third world country or anything. Yeah, I know what you're saying. There we go. I like that shading on the skirt. That's good enough. Now here comes the fun part where I get to try to mimic the light going in on this whole situation here, while also trying to keep up with adding in clothing folds and stuff. Oh, what a lovely task I have given myself. There we go. That is very nice, very nice. I think the two art styles that have probably influenced me most is probably the eyes from One Piece and a lot of the style from Blue Lock. I use Copic markers, so basically they're like alcohol markers that blend really well. But again, one thing that I'd like to say is that, well, it's nice people always asking about like, oh, what pen do you use, what markers do you use? You don't need any of these. You don't need any of these to be able to draw well. Like, I love drawing with just a pencil. But if you want to do coloring, yeah, Copics are good. There we go. Very nice. One thing I find kind of funny is that I want to make YouTube videos. And streaming is fun and all. I enjoyed it. I've done it a lot already. But for some reason, my streams are always more popular than my actual videos. So then I just stream. Like, I bet if I was to draw this and just do like a speed paint video, then like that would get probably less attention than what I'm getting now by just hanging out with people. Tito or Miku? Yeah, sure, maybe in a different stream. Definitely, that sounds fun. Oh yeah, I love drawing digital. I'm producing manga, which is pretty fun, and I use digital purely for that. Easiest way to make the line art the cleanest and the nicest. Hmm. It's very nice. There we go. One of my biggest struggles, but one of the things I want to be able to draw the best is lighting. I love like drawings that have such diverse lighting. It looks so cool. But I kind of sometimes don't do the best with trying to emulate like, oh, what does the light look like? How is it shining on a character? The quality of the clothes and everything. It's a little hard to keep track of sometimes, but I try to do my best with a lot of that. You know what, real quick, before I go any further, I'm gonna come in with but the lightest of grays. And fill that in. Night, bro. There we go. The eyes are too big and wide. It's called an art style. Ever heard of something like that? There we go. Very nice. This is very Blue Lock-esque. Very nice. Now it's time to add a little more to this under sweater thing. Let's try to get that a little more. A little more shaded. Boom, boom, boom. Very nice. There we go. All right, cool. Very cool. Now this is gonna be the darkest color that I've used yet on here. I have to use this very wisely, that way I don't accidentally mess up everything. Use it first to make the skirt a little darker. I go in like that. Hi, how are you? I tested it a few days ago, and apparently this is the chat is delayed by about like 20 to 30 seconds, which I think is pretty interesting, because I respond to stuff immediately as soon as it's sent. So I'm pretty good. Pretty chill day today. There we go. Thank you. It's really fun producing a manga, honestly. It feels so much different than reading one. Very nice. It's cool. Sweet. And what's fun is if I shut my mouth, a few extra people pop in and start watching. But once I start talking, people start swiping away. Something funny I noticed. Thank you. There we go. Very nice. I was thinking, because technically I usually go live on YouTube Shorts. Maybe I should try going live on just normal YouTube Live sometime. Because Shorts are fun and all, but I wonder how it'd be having a widescreen view. There we go. I like that. That lighting's starting to go through a little bit better now. Starting to see a more solid picture of what I started. One thing that I always accidentally fall into is making the lighting super realistic, which unfortunately I always do. There's nothing I can really fix about that. Just kind of my general style. So yeah, that was a little accidental making this a little more realistic. We've written. Ooh, random thing, but maybe I could draw, what is it, Harvey Spencer sometime. Random thoughts that come to mind. Try a more realistic style. There we go. Very cool, very cool. There we go. It's pretty nice, pretty nice. Okay. Oh yeah? That's cool. I was trying to go with much more of a grayscale kind of look to it. Yep, it appears so. Wouldn't blame you if you left though. Very cool. I'm probably gonna try to add some background as well to this. In a little bit. There we go. You know what's funny is actually this random OC that I'm drawing, this stream has gotten more likes than most streams that I do, which I personally think is kind of funny. Now to add in E51. Yeah, E51 is a much more neutral-ish color when it comes to the beige. Look, it's not as red as E00, not as pink. So it ends up being a lot more like, what is it? There we go. I really wish I had a much darker desaturated brown, but I don't. That's probably the biggest thing I regret, is not having a darker desaturated brown before starting this. I did a nice drawing of Echo from Arcane a few days ago. That stream was fun. I also used kind of the same color palette. I know I used this exact brown for the patches on his sleeve. There we go. Very nice. Make it just a little bit darker. I have to go through and redo most of the lines to make them black again, because when you go over it with Copics, I realized a lot of times it mutes the black in a lot of the lines, which on one hand is kind of unfortunate. Okay, now for the eyes. We have some pretty big decisions to make here. I want to do something much more colorful, but on one hand, might do something like a gray for the eyes and just keep it safe. But like imagine like a really light pink. That might look cool. No, it wouldn't look cool. You know what? I'm gonna play it safe. Just go with a very nice, very boring gray. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Do I mumble? I probably mumble a lot. Is it because of the mumbling? I understand like 70% of your speech. Yeah, maybe. Probably. Yeah, we're past the point of being able to change the color. One thing I realized, I should probably start reading most of the comments out loud, because that's what I see a lot of streamers, other streamers doing. So probably should start doing that, but I always forget. Obviously, I have much more shading to do right now with the face, which I'm going to be getting to in just a second. This is a completely unexpected stream. I wasn't really planning to stream today. I was drawing, so might as well. Thank you. I was drawing today, so I might as well just like start streaming it. Okay. What else do I have? Oh, definitely the skin. Where's my beloved E00 marker? Yay, it's my E00. This is a much more pinker tone. I'm gonna go over everything right now with, make it a little less dead. I don't know, the camera's not really capturing the color difference. I actually don't know why. Maybe it's like, I don't know, it's quite strange. I have to try to sort that out before next stream. Thank you. This scene is great art style. Is that a guy? Or, hello, how are you? That's interesting. Draw something I've never drawn before. Well, I've never drawn this before. And I'm currently drawing it. I'm gonna outline the entire side of this. There we go. And we're gonna go in with the black for the darker parts. Here is a marker that I don't use very often. It's a black. It is a, whoops, drop the cap. There we go. It is a 100. Play Hungarian dance, no 5 on the violin. I don't play violin. I play piano. Not violin though. Hungary. I don't even know where Hungary is actually. I know it's in the Middle East somewhere. Right? Okay, time to shade this much more now. The way that I thought just now as I was doing this is I could go through like this and go with the gray to make it much darker. Ode to Joy. That's like the first thing you learn when you play piano. That is so random. Why am I talking about instruments and music on a drawing stream? Alright, just 1 second. I'm back. Guess who's back? Back again. Abel's back. Please tell your friends. My stream is very, very, very empty. Very empty. Very empty. You sound young. That's crazy. What type of sentence is that? I'm not that young for your information. I have a driver's thing already. There we go. Very nice. You sound 16. Bro, that's literally on my channel description. You could have just gone onto my channel, checked that out, and then just come back here and try to guess that. Alright, so let's get that. Make that line a little better. Okay, I'm gonna go through with this pen right now and make a lot of the lines much thicker. Yeah. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Add that in. After redoing these lines, it's gonna be, I have to be much more careful with my coloring and stuff. Oh, I forgot I had water. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Cool idea. What if I draw Sakamoto sometime? That'd be cool. Random ideas I'm just spewing here. You know what's funny is this whole time I've been drawing, I've been doing, I've just been drawing, I've been coloring and everything. I have not noticed up until doing this right now that I literally have not colored in this. This ribbon thing. Obviously, making it gray, making it gray. We're going with gray, guys. Whoa, big surprise. Can't believe I missed that, though. That is crazy. I'm just so focused on other details that I completely forgot to do. Completely forgot to add any detail to this. Insanity. Okay. Woo. Very nice, very nice. Okie dokie. There we go. I have some more stuff still to add, though. For example, the hair, which is a very vital part of the drawing. Needs just a little shading in this area specifically. Very nice. Cool, cool, cool. Very cool. Okay, now I'm gonna go back real quick with this thing. And then, hi, how are you? Thank you. It's nice of you to say. I love the shading part. It's definitely the funnest for me personally. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done with the main part right now. I'm probably gonna add like a very simple background. Probably like some sort of like window reflection or something. Just to add some sort of depth to it. Because it wouldn't feel very complete without something like that. Which, real quick, while I'm doing this, let's go back here. Add in something like that. I have this massive drawing I need to do because of a short I made, where I basically said, like, hey, anything that you ask for, I'm gonna draw it. So I'm gonna combine all the comments into one massive drawing that I need to do later. Not sure exactly when I'm gonna have to start it, because I've already gotten a lot of comments on that. So kind of just like procrastinating, I guess. There we go. Oh, a cool idea to draw maybe free run. I could draw free run sometime maybe. That might be a little fun. Very cool. Hello. How are you? Thank you. That's nice of you to say. There we go. That's nice. If I could message, I'd send a smiley face back, but unfortunately I'm audio only. There we go. Now what I'm gonna do real quick actually, now that I'm thinking about it, wait, which one of these is lighter? This is C1. I'm gonna use some of the C1 right here. And I'm going to, basically what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna add I'm going to do this. I'm going to make these large rectangles that are kind of leaning this way. I'm going to make them going downward. Oh yeah, definitely. Probably one of the best art styles. fact, I am also producing a manga. Don't know when that's gonna be out because I'm pretty lazy, but it's in the works right now. Definitely way past the idea phase and then the inking. There we go. Make it go like that, and then one more thing. Hello. How are you? Which video? Oh. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I made that I think like on Sunday, a few days ago. There we go. Okay, that's cool. It's funny, you showed up just as I'm wrapping up right now. I definitely didn't have this scheduled. I was just drawing, and then I was like, you know what, might as well stream it. So here I am streaming. That's fine, it's fine. You're not obligated to do anything. Let's get this blender right here and try to mix that up a little bit more. There we go. That's very nice, very nice. Make it go much more diagonal. Oh, echo fact of the day. Okay, what is it? Hello, how are you? Really? Is that just a... That doesn't sound like actual fact. That sounds like... That doesn't sound intentional, though. Does 444 actually mean anything? If so, that's some crazy pacing that they had to juggle around with the reduction of that. Oh. That's a little too detailed. How do they... That means that they literally had to write the script like that. Because usually when you write scripts for films, 1 page equals 1 minute, which means they literally had to write. That's crazy. It's a lot of thought process going into that. Sweet. There we go. I think I'm pretty much wrapping up here. Probably one more time going over this real quick. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. You know what? Actually, while I'm drawing this, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put my signature, but I'm also gonna try to shade it. Hence, I'm gonna do my signature, then I'm gonna go back to. Oh, I just made it up. It's an OC. I usually draw characters from stuff, but today I was just drawing and I randomly decided to just stream it. So just an OC today. And for fun, I never do anything. I usually put my signature last, but I was thinking since there's so many gray tones over here, might shade my signature a little bit, because why not? There we go. And let's go in with one darker. Hello, how are you? Ooh, random idea. How about a Deltarune stream? I try to draw all those characters. It's Chalk. Actually, no, I haven't given her a name yet. I can't think of one. I'm not that creative of a person. I just kind of made her up as I went along. Add in those. Let's do a nice outline like that. Thank you. That's nice of you to say. What I'm gonna do actually is I'm gonna go in at the bottom of the eye and add in something like that. There we go. Japanesey kind of name. Maybe, yeah. I wouldn't go with Yuki though. That reminds me of that one game. What was it? What was it called? How am I forgetting what's called? Doki Doki. There we go. Oh, very nice. I have just a few more things left to do, which is mostly just the outer shading. I finished with actually her. It's just making her look more like she's in this scene, which requires some of this stuff. And then I'm gonna be done. Wrapped up. Woo. Pretty happy with how it turned out. I definitely wanted to go with more of muted colors, which I ended up going with 99% gray. Hi, how are you? Out of the 4 or 5 times I've streamed, this is my second to most ever likes that I've gotten on a stream while live, which I think is kind of funny and random. Just a fun fact. Fun little fact. Jackhammer. I mean, she's not. What? What would be the thought process for that? Sounds like a very arcane-esque name. Natsuki is also a pretty nice name. you know? Possibly that. Cry? Maybe. It'd have to be a different stream, though. Oh. There we go. Oof, the sun is behind a bunch of clouds, so my screen just got dark. I apologize for that. Unfortunately, I do not control the sun. Oh, it's back. A little bit. It's quite a cloudy day today, which is nice to the usual blistering sun. There we go. Okay, debating right now. I could keep going and add a few more things, or I could call it a day here. Because, on one hand, if I keep going, I might get one more like, which would make this my most liked stream. But I don't know exactly what I would add. That's the problem. So, you know what? Actually, I have a slight idea of what I could draw or add. I can go through everything. Add highlights? What type of highlights would it even be? I don't have much color in this drawing at all. It's supposed to be very dimmed out. Dim looking drawing. What if I just go these little ovals and just keep going up along the borders for everything? That would make the details look much smaller. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, yeah. There we go. Add in some of these circular structures. Yeah, I got it, and then I'm good. And that's all I want, guys. I'm looking for some likes. I'm out in the snow looking for some likes, like Tommy in it. Guys, please. Please, give me likes. Oh wait, I don't even have to make circle, like just like dabble it like this and it already makes ovals for me. Wait, crazy. Why did I think of that? Because it's just a brush, so I just push down like this and then it just goes like, ooh. It's a cheat, guys, I'm cheating. Ooh. Add in some of those ovals. These definitely can't be called circles. There we go. Nice. Sweet. Loving it. Oof, me saying that made me just want to go get some McDonald's. Curse you, brand phrases. You know what? Just to be funny, let's go and put it all around there. And then we could go to the hair real quick and add in some more. A blue undertone to dim it down. I mean, it's already pretty dark. I've been going with a bunch of grays, but the specific gray is the cool gray, which means that it already has a blue undertone to it. Because you see, here's the difference. I was doing this earlier. Do you see these two lines right here? This is a warm undertone, and this is a dark gray undertone. So it would have looked like this, but I decided to go with this. Which, looking back now, that is such a good choice that I went with the more grayish undertone because, oof, I cannot imagine what this would have looked like if I would have went much more warm. Guys, we're so close. We just need one more like. Wait. Watch this. Guys, can I please have one more like? I just need one more like, please. And then I'll be done. We'll finish the drawing, and then I'll be a happy man. A little bit of an Irish accent there. Yo, I could play that one doctor guy from Subliminal. Ooh, yes! 27 likes. I think I'm good then. I got to my goal. Thank you to whoever liked that. I could be done now because I had run out of things to draw, but now I'm kind of disappointed because I was going to add some more stuff to the hair. How about 28 likes, guys? How about that? I'll cease at 28 because right now I'm tied with my old one. The arms? It's a sweater, my guy. It's a white long sleeve sweater. I don't think a long sleeve sweater would have maybe beige. Woo. Okay, I could call it here. But I could also go to this ribbon thing and add some more. Add some more. I just had a wild thought. Why don't I stream on Twitch? I could try multi-streaming, actually. I know how to multi-stream. But then again, because if I'm streaming on Twitch as well, it'd kind of be like less personal, I guess. Talking. Because then I'm talking to Twitch and I'm talking to YouTube. And I also heard it's really hard to start getting people to watch on Twitch. Okay, so I say this to everybody whenever they ask now what stuff I use. So I use Copics for absolutely everything, the liners, everything. But the thing is, you don't need them to draw well. I love drawing with a pencil. Pencils are really cool to draw with. You can draw the most beautiful masterpiece with a pencil, okay? You don't need a Copic. But if you're curious what I'm using and you want to try to use the same thing, then I use Copics, but they are more expensive. Let's go in with one more dark gray through here. Guys, I need one more like. One more like, guys, please. Please, one more like, and then I'll be done. Have any of you guys played Subliminal? No? Okay. Oh no. Basically like a psychological kind of game. It's like you're going through a person's mind and there's like an Irish doctor in the background. And he keeps talking, or like it's supposed to be your conscience. You want to play Cyberpunk? It looks like a fun game. It's definitely not as broken as it was in 2018 or whatever. I hear it still gets updates as well. Let's add in this blender right here. Yippee. Yeah. Never played it personally, but it looks fun. You know what also looks fun is Hitman. That game looks awesome. I probably never play it though. I've watched some gameplay videos for it. Nope. OC. TLU. What's TLU? I'm so bad with abbreviations. The Last of Us? No, I don't have a PlayStation. It looks fun though. And I watch Game Theory, which is the next best thing. And Film Theory. Lovely. It looks fun. Alright. Let me think. Is there anything else that I really have left to add? Because I'm thinking it's looking pretty good. Maybe just make the lines a little thicker in some places. Let's go to that jaw. There we go. Make that line like that. Go there. Okie dokie. It'd be fun is I was just thinking right now, what about a stream where I just like have this really big piece of paper and just anything that people recommend, I'll have a pencil and I'll just sketch it out as quickly as possible. That might be a fun idea. Yeah. The more I think about it, the more it might be a fun idea. I can't really want to match what the recommendations would be though. Every other one would probably get flagged. All right, I believe I'm probably done now. I'm pretty happy with where this finishes off at. Yeah, let's definitely probably wait. Actually, let's get this. I'm not leaving yet. Not leaving yet. Move this one right here. Put this into there. Get some of these. Put those in there. Put that in there. Obviously, you guys can't see what I'm doing. But I'm taking this away. Put that straight into there. Put that up there. Okay, I'm done. Now I could leave. I cleaned up all my pens. Okay, well that was fun. I enjoyed drawing that. Whoa, so many people stopped by. That was an awesome stream. Thanks to y'all for watching, and chatting. I'll see you guys some other day that I stream. Bye.